Good morning, welcome to Monday Moments with Fran. I hope you are doing well. So now we've reached the month of December. Have you started to prepare for the new year? I often think traditionally this is the time when people, as well as preparing for the festive season, they start to think about next year. Think about perhaps what goals they're going to be setting, what New Year's resolutions they're going to be implementing, because preparation is really important. However, if we don't plan, or as the saying says, if we fail to plan, well, then we plan to fail. And I think, particularly when it comes to New Year's Eve, I don't know about you, but sometimes I have this thing that at the stroke of midnight, everything's going to be different. There's going to be this miraculous change. I'm going to be different. I'm going to be getting up at 5 o'clock every morning and doing all the things I said I'm going to be doing, running around the block, And the reality is, it doesn't just happen because we're in a new year or we're in a new season. We have to plan. We have to be intentional with planning. And so today I just want to share 3 areas with you where you can be planning to prepare for the new year. So I do think that someone just said, yes, it does. Sometimes it works though. Absolutely, Steph, you are so diligent because you plan for that. So for some of us, it doesn't just happen because it's a brand new year, but it's about what we plan to do today or what we plan to implement from now rather than waiting for the 1st of January just because it's the 1st of January. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could also say it's like the Monday thing, isn't it? I'm going to start on Monday. Next Monday, I'm going to start. And for some people, it does work. But for other people, they need to start now. They need to start today. So like I said, 3 areas where you can be intentional with your planning. So the first thing is planning your schedule, planning your time. We're busy people and there's always lots to get done. But how do you carve out your time? Do you know how many hours a week you spend on one activity or the other, or how many hours you spend traveling? Plan your time well so that you fit in everything that you need to fit into your schedule. I love planning. I manage my diary quite precisely, to be honest with you. Very rarely do I take unscheduled phone calls. I don't make unscheduled phone calls because I'm trying to manage my time well. I have a weekly planner where I'm able to look at where I am and what I'm doing at different parts of my week. That helps me because then when things come or they happen unexpectedly, I can manage it well. If someone says, Fran, something's come up, have you got a spare hour? Well, actually, yeah, I do. And I can tell you when it is because I'm managing my time well. Plan your schedule. Plan where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing, and stick to it. I think we're so blessed with smartphones these days. Smartphone reminders, prompts. There's a lady who I used to work with, and when she did her housework, she actually set a timer, and she would say, right, I'm going to iron for half an hour, and would literally time it on her phone. And when she was done, she was done. She went on to the next task, so she could fit in everything that she needed to. So plan your time, plan your schedule well, protect your time. And the second thing is plan your recreation, rest, and playtime. I think as people, we love to say yes, right? People are like, oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And we're like, yes, yes, yes. And sometimes we actually need to be saying no, or we need to be saying, I can, but not right now. So every single week, when are you having downtime? When are you having time to rest? And not even when you're sleeping. I mean, obviously sleep is amazing rest, but time outside of that to actually rest. Also to play, to have fun, to exercise. One thing I love to do is go swimming. And when I plan my week schedules, I try and make sure that I'm planning time to go swimming, because not only is it great exercise, it's also incredibly relaxing. And of course, the jacuzzi after the swimming is also a little bit of a nice addition. So, be intentional. When are you planning time to spend with your family, to take the kids out, to do something fun outside of the ordinary work and other life responsibilities? Be intentional. and plan your time and be creative as well. You know, what could you do in your lunch break? What can you do before work or straight from work, as well as at the weekends? Because I know that we juggle so many different things, and I don't really think working a 9 to 5 is the standard these days. A lot of people work in very flexible ways, and so we have to manage it well so that we get time in to have fun. It's very important. We had a leadership meeting at my church last week, and one of the other leaders, she started off with us playing some games, and I don't even know how to explain, but it was just funny. It was so funny. There were competitive games, and we were just playing, and it was so beautiful to get to know people in a different way, but also to laugh. And someone said to me, Fran, I've never heard you laugh the way you laughed on Thursday. And it was like, you know what, this was really good. I needed that. We all need that time. So first thing was planning your schedule, planning your time, and then planning time to play, to have recreation, to exercise, to rest. It's so important. And the third thing I want you to be able to plan is plan your development. 2019 has 12 months. What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be developing? Being intentional with developing in all aspects, spiritually, emotionally, financially, educationally, you know, within your work environment, within your own skill set. How are you going to be developing? Are you going to find some courses to go on? Are you going to get a mentor? Are you going to get a coach? Are you going to take up some sort of therapy or something that will help you to develop? Be intentional with investing in yourself. So by this time next year, you can chart that, oh my goodness, things are different. I'm different because I made a plan around it, because I set a goal about it. It's really, really important that you develop yourself and you invest in yourself. Time goes really, really quickly, and it's the most expensive commodity because you will never get it back once it's spent. You cannot recycle or reuse it. And so invest in you as you prepare for 2019. Make time to plan these things out so that it's a great year, not just because, it happened, because you intended it that way. One of the things I want to do next year is travel a lot more. Definitely want to make sure I do more traveling. I'm sure I'll find a course to do because I love studying, but it's making a plan around it, because you are important, and the value that you bring to other people is really, really important. Absolutely, consistency is so key. It's really interesting because January is the highest rise in gym membership. Everybody wants to join a gym and start this new program, but by February, March, people end up dropping off because I feel maybe their goals were way too high and they weren't actually able to manage it well. They weren't taking, as you said, Steph, the small steps consistently. They were just trying to take massive leaps and not able to keep up. So definitely plan your time well and get into accountability. Find somebody to hold you to account. Find somebody to check in with you and say, are you doing that? Have you rested this week? Have you exercised this week? Have you made time to do other things this week? Because life will always happen and things will always come to take us off track, and it can be helpful to have somebody else to help you stay on track. In fact, I had someone this week just text me and say, Fran, take time out for you. And I'm like, yeah, thank you for that. Please check in with me and ask me, am I doing it? Because I want to make sure that I do what I just say I'm doing as well. So that's it for today's Monday Moments. A little bit different form of encouragement, encouraging you to prepare, to plan, to be intentional with very practical steps. I hope that's been of help. I think we might continue this theme for the month as I'll go into encouraging coach mode. But please stay encouraged. Be encouraged. You're not alone in your journey. There are people out there who are there to support you, and please encourage somebody else as well, and have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week. God bless you.